Hi, VC back again with just the final Gimme 10 from '88. This is just a roundup of everything else I've got. There's compilations in here, there's probably NAF records. I'm sure Vinyl Richie will find something to enjoy in here. Anyway, moving on, here we go. Right, first up, I'll start with the main albums that I had left, and then I'll leave the compilations till last. Right. Julian Cope's up first. I've said a lot about this in my Cope video. It's the weakest of his solo albums by quite a long chalk, but there's still stuff worth listening to. So we've got 5 O'Clock World, which is a cover by the cover of the Vogue's track, which I think was the lead single, or it was a single, I can't remember. Vegetation, which is, I'm sure, on something, another version's on something else. One of the self-produced things that he chucked out after this. Charlotte Ann is a great track. China Doll is lovely. Great White Hoax. It's good, but it's not great. Michelle Shocked. Short Shot Shocked. I talked about this when I picked it up. I do really like this album. It is really good. And I do prefer her stuff that was more on the folky side rather than the later sort of jazzy stuff. Just think it seems to work better. There's that one. No apologies for the next one. I really do like this album. It's Bon Jovi, New Jersey. I'm not that keen on Slippery When Wet. I think it's just, but there's just some stuff on here I really like. I mean, what is on here? I've forgotten. I mean, Lay Your Hands on Me, Born to Be My Baby. I'll Be There For You, 99 Degrees in the Shade. Yeah, there's some good, it's cheesy, but sometimes you just need that little bit of Bon Jovi, even though in the later in the 90s I really went off them big time, especially after I think he did a video taking a piss out of Kurt and Courtney and Vera and Eddie Vedder, and he was just seemed to come across as a complete tosser, which is probably what he was like all along. So there we go, Bon Jovi. Picked this up recently, Now and Then by Robert Plant. It's okay, but it's not great. Sampling Zeppelin on his own tracks, don't know whether that's a good thing or not. It's a bit wimpy, to be honest. It's not prime Plant. I'd much rather listen to the album that came a little bit later, which is Fate of Nations, which was a cracking album. But it's alright. Fine Young Cannibals, Raw and the Cooked. This has got some great tracks on it. Drives Me Crazy, Good Thing. Everfall, it got their version of the Buzzcocks, which was quite controversial at the time for covering an absolute classic, but I think they just about get away with it. It's good late 80s pop. I think Roland Gift's voice is a bit of an acquired taste, but I kind of liked it from the off. Great album. Bit of goth rock. Rose of Avalanche. In rock. On Fire Records, they did a bit of the dirty on Rose of Avalanche. I think they just sort of issued anything they had whatsoever, any kind of demos or whatever, and just bunged them all out. And I think there was some kind of dispute between the Roses and the record label. But this is a decent enough album. I must admit I haven't played it for a very, very long time, but I do remember enjoying it. So there we go, Rose of Avalanche. And if you can, what is it? Their album Always There. I think it's called Always There. That really is worth getting hold of. That's a great album, especially into kind of that sort of slightly rocky goth stuff. indie band who were on C86, Mighty Lemon Drops. There we go. World Without End. This was after they transferred from, I can't remember what label they were on, Lemon Drops. 53rd and 3rd? Oh, I can't remember. But this is on Chrysalis, with a really, oh, don't look at that too long. It makes your eyes go funny. But there's some really good tracks on here. You got Inside Out, Fall Down Like the Rain, Crystal Clear, Closer to You. Yeah, there's some really good. I mean, they did sound like the Bunnymen, but that's not a bad thing to copy. So there we go, Mighty Lemon Drops. And just finish off my Gimme 10 with 3 compilations of varying quality, but I do like them all. First up, we'll get this one out of the way. Kiss, Smash It. What is it? Smashes, Thrashes and Hits. Well, there's not much thrashing going on here, but Kiss is Kiss, isn't it? I mean, I've only got one other Kiss album, which I think is Destroyer, and from that album you've got Detroit Rock City on here, which I think is a cracking track. I mean, you've got things like, yeah, obviously you've got the poppy stuff like Crazy Crazy Nights, Love Gun is great, Lick It Up, Strutter I love, Beth is a bit, yeah, Beth is alright, and then you've got I Was Made for Loving You, which is just tosh. But then you follow it up with Rock and Roll All Night, so there you go. He's shouting out loud as well, so yeah, it's a bit of a mixed bag, but... And I probably would never buy another Kiss album, apart from maybe getting Alive. I'm looking for that, so maybe. One of the great compilations, next. Joy Division, Substance. This isn't just a great best of like a lot of the later Joy Division stuff. This actually rounds up a lot of stuff that wasn't on the albums. Which is why I really love this one. Probably should have mentioned this a bit before. Not much on that side. There we go. Lovely picture on there. Don't know what that is. But it's got some of their stuff when they were Warsaw, like Warsaw the song, Leaders of Men and Digital. Then you've got Transmission, the song. And then on the B-side you've got some of the greatest songs ever. You've got She's Lost Control, Incubation, Dead Souls, Atmosphere, which very often is my absolute favourite Joy Division song. Just phenomenal. And then rounds it off with Love Will Tear Us Apart, which vies with Atmosphere as my favourite, although She's Lost Control is in there as well. Love Will Tear Us Apart, quite rightly considered one of the greatest singles ever released. So there we go, that's Substance. Get this if you haven't got it, it's great. And just finish off with, now that's what I call quite good, typical self-deprecating title from the House Martins. This is actually a double album of their stuff. I think this was released after, was it 2 or 3 of their albums? To be honest, I don't think I really need an awful lot more House Martin stuff, because it's just got just about everything. I mean, it's got, I think it's got most of their singles on. Me and the Farmer's on here. Build's on here, which is a great single. Flag Day, that was their first single. Is Happy Hour on here? Oh yeah, there's Happy Hour. Cover of You Got a Friend, one of the only versions of He Ain't Heavy that I like. It's got Caravan of Love, their surprise #1. Me and the Farmer's on here. Yeah, you've got to have a bit of room for a little bit of House Martins in your life, so there we go. And that's a great roundup of their career at that point. I think they might even have been after they split. I can't remember, to be honest, but there you go. 1988, done and dusted. So if you've stuck all the way through and watched all of these videos, then well done to you, because I don't know if I would have done. It's been a joy actually doing all these videos, because I've rediscovered a lot of albums that I hadn't listened to for quite some time. And looking forward to 1989, which I shall get going on relatively soon. So, thanks for watching VC. See you later. Bye.